नमस्कार दोस्तों, क्या आपको सीटेट इंग्लिश की पैडागोजी मुश्किल लगती है? अगर हाँ, तो अब नहीं लगेगी। आज की क्लास 5 में हम करेंगे थ्योरी प्लस प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस। पहले थ्योरी पढ़ेंगे, फिर क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे, ताकि आपका कॉन्सेप्ट पूरी तरह से क्लियर हो जाए। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है चैलेंजेस ऑफ टीचिंग लैंग्वेज इन ए डाइवर्स क्लासरूम, लैंग्वेज डिफिकल्टीज, एरर एंड डिसऑर्डर्स, जिसे हिंदी में हम विविध कक्षा में भाषा शिक्षण की चुनौतियाँ, भाषा संबंधी कठिनाइयाँ, त्रुटियाँ एवं विकार कहते हैं। यह टॉपिक पैडागोजी ऑफ लैंग्वेज डेवलपमेंट का एक मोस्ट स्कोरिंग टॉपिक है। अगर आपने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, तो सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, जिससे आपको रेगुलर वीडियोस मिलती रहें। और वीडियोस को लाइक कीजिए और अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर ज़रूर कीजिए। तो चलिए दोस्तों, चैलेंजेस ऑफ टीचिंग लैंग्वेज इन ए डाइवर्स क्लासरूम होता क्या है, हम इसे देखते हैं। तो दोस्तों, चैलेंजेस ऑफ टीचिंग लैंग्वेज इन ए डाइवर्स क्लासरूम का जो हमारा फर्स्ट पॉइंट है, वो है इफेक्ट ऑफ रीजनल लैंग्वेज ऑन चिल्ड्रन, जिसे हिंदी में हम बच्चों पर क्षेत्रीय भाषाओं का प्रभाव कहते हैं। इंडिया इज ए मल्टीलिंगुअल कंट्री। डिफरेंट रीजन्स have their own language and regional language have an impact on the students, which is a challenge in a teaching process। जिसे हिंदी में भारत एक बहुभाषी देश है। विभिन्न क्षेत्रों की अपनी अपनी भाषाएं होती है और क्षेत्रीय भाषाओं का विद्यार्थियों पर प्रभाव पड़ता है, जो शिक्षण प्रक्रिया में एक चुनौती बन जाता है। हमारा जो सेकेंड पॉइंट है, वो है चैलेंज ऑफ डेवलपिंग लिंग्विस्टिक स्किल्स इन स्टूडेंट्स, जिसे हिंदी में विद्यार्थियों में भाषाई कौशल के विकास की चुनौती कहते हैं। Students may face challenges in the development of language skills due to linguistic diversity, as regional language influences may also have an impact on linguistic skills। भाषाई विविधता के कारण विद्यार्थियों को भाषा कौशल विकसित करने में कठिनाइयों का सामना करना पड़ सकता है, क्योंकि क्षेत्रीय भाषा का प्रभाव भी उनके भाषाई कौशल को प्रभावित करता है। हमारा जो थर्ड पॉइंट है, वो है चैलेंज ऑफ मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज फॉर टीचर, जिसे हिंदी में हम शिक्षक के लिए बहुभाषा की चुनौती कहते हैं। If a teacher is asked to teach in another area far away from his area, where the language that the teacher does not know, then it is a challenge to teach। यदि किसी शिक्षक को अपने क्षेत्र से दूर ऐसे स्थान पर पढ़ाने के लिए कहा जाए जहाँ की भाषा वह नहीं जानता, तो वहाँ पढ़ाना एक बड़ी चुनौती बन जाता है। और हमारा जो फोर्थ पॉइंट है, वो है लैक ऑफ चाइल्ड इंटरेस्ट एंड एप्टीट्यूड टुवर्ड्स लैंग्वेज, जिसे हिंदी में हम भाषा के प्रति बच्चों की रुचि और अभिरुचि का अभाव कहते हैं। तो चलिए देखते हैं कि लैक ऑफ चाइल्ड इंटरेस्ट एंड एप्टीट्यूड टुवर्ड्स लैंग्वेज होता क्या है। One of the problems of language teaching is that there is a lack of interest and tendency toward the language and the students, due to which the last of language teaching becomes more challenging। भाषा शिक्षण की एक समस्या यह है कि विद्यार्थियों में भाषा के प्रति रुचि और झुकाव की कमी होती है, जिससे भाषा सिखाने का कार्य और अधिक चुनौतीपूर्ण हो जाता है। हमारा जो फिफ्थ पॉइंट है, वो है ओवरक्राउडेड क्लासेस, जिसे हिंदी में अत्यधिक भीड़ वाली कक्षाएं कहते हैं। ओवरक्राउडेड क्लासेस यूजुअली reduce the teacher's ability to teach the language effectively and affect the language learning of the learners। जिसे हिंदी में हम अत्यधिक भीड़ वाली कक्षाएं सामान्यतः शिक्षक की प्रभावी रूप से भाषा पढ़ाने की क्षमता को कम कर देती है और शिक्षार्थियों की भाषा अधिगम को प्रभावित करती है। एंड हमारा जो सिक्स पॉइंट है वो है लैक ऑफ स्टडी मटेरियल्स, जिसे हिंदी में अध्ययन सामग्री की कमी कहते हैं। चलिए देखते हैं कि लैक ऑफ स्टडी मटेरियल्स होता क्या है। Lack of study material is also a problem for language teaching in a language diverse classroom, जिसे हिंदी में भाषाई विविधता वाली कक्षा में भाषा शिक्षण के लिए अध्ययन सामग्री की कमी भी एक समस्या होती है। आफ्टर दैट हम देखते हैं कि चैलेंजेस ऑफ टीचिंग लैंग्वेज इन ए डाइवर्स क्लासरूम, लैंग्वेज डिफिकल्टीज, एरर्स एंड डिसऑर्डर्स होता क्या है। तो हमारा जो सेकेंड टॉपिक है वो है लर्निंग डिसऑर्डर, जिसे हिंदी में हम अधिगम विकार कहते हैं। एंड जो हमारा थर्ड है वो है डिसलेक्सिया। तो चलिए देखते हैं कि डिसलेक्सिया क्या है। डिसलेक्सिया इज द डिसेबिलिटी विथ रीडिंग। डिसलेक्सिया पढ़ने से संबंधित एक विकार है। एंड चिल्ड्रन फेस difficulty in recognition of word, letters and other symbols। बच्चों को शब्दों, अक्षरों और अन्य प्रतीकों की पहचान करने में कठिनाई होती है। हमारा जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है वो है डिस्ग्राफिया। डिस्ग्राफिया इज द डिसेबिलिटी विथ राइटिंग। डिस्ग्राफिया लिखने से संबंधित एक विकार है। एंड चिल्ड्रन फेस डिफिकल्टीज विथ स्पेलिंग। बच्चों को वर्तनी में कठिनाई होती है। एंड दे हैव पुअर हैंडराइटिंग एंड दे विल आल्सो फेस डिफिकल्टीज इन ऑर्गेनाइजिंग आइडियाज, जिसे हिंदी में उनकी लिखावट कमजोर होती है और विचारों को क्रमबद्ध करने में भी कठिनाई होती कहते हैं। तो चलिए देखते हैं जो हमारा नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है वो है डिस्कैलकुलिया। ठीक है, सो व्हाट इज डिस्कैलकुलिया, चलिए देखते हैं हम। डिस्कैलकुलिया इज द डिसेबिलिटी विथ मैथमेटिक्स। डिस्कैलकुलिया गणित से संबंधित एक विकार है। चिल्ड्रन विथ डिस्कैलकुलिया फेस डिफिकल्टी इन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग एंड रिकॉलिंग नंबर सीक्वेंसेस। डिस्कैलकुलिया से ग्रस्त बच्चों को समस्या समाधान और संख्या क्रम याद करने में कठिनाई होती है। दे हैव पुअर सेंस ऑफ डायरेक्शन, कंप्यूटिंग प्रॉब्लम एंड प्रॉब्लम विथ नंबर्स। उनमें दिशा बोध कमजोर होता है, गणना में समस्या होती है और संख्याओं से संबंधित कठिनाइयां होती हैं। एंड हमारा जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है वो है डिस्प्रैक्सिया। तो चलिए देखते हैं कि डिस्प्रैक्सिया क्या है। डिस्प्रैक्सिया कैन affect a child's ability to do a wide range of everyday physical tasks which involve motor skills। डिस्प्रैक्सिया बच्चे की मोटर कौशल से जुड़ी दैनिक शारीरिक गतिविधियां करने की क्षमता को प्रभावित करता है। These can include things like jumping, speaking clearly and gripping a pencil। इसमें कूदना, स्पष्ट बोलना और पेंसिल पकड़ना जैसी गतिविधियां शामिल होती हैं। एंड हमारा जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है वो है एफेसिया। तो चलिए देखते हैं कि एफेसिया क्या है। एफेसिया इज एन इम्पायरमेंट ऑफ लैंग्वेज। एफेसिया भाषा में संबंधित एक विकार है। It affects the production of comprehension of speech and the ability to read or write। यह बोलने की अभिव्यक्ति या समझने की क्षमता तथा पढ़ने और लिखने की क्षमता को प्रभावित करता है। एंड हमारा जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है वो है डिस्मॉर्फिया। डिस्मॉर्फिया इज ए साइकोसिस। डिस्मॉर्फिया एक मानसिक विकार है। इन दिस द पर्सन और चाइल्ड गेट्स overwhelmed that some parts of his body are smaller than others। इसमें व्यक्ति या बच्चा यह सोचने लगता है कि उसके शरीर के कुछ अंग अन्य अंगों से छोटे हैं। Some organs are incomplete compared to others। उसे लगता है कि कुछ अंग अन्य अंगों की तुलना में अधूरे हैं। He starts comparing different parts of his body with other people। वह अपने शरीर के विभिन्न अंगों की तुलना अन्य लोगों से करने लगता है। दिस एडवर्सली अफेक्ट्स इट्स लर्निंग। इसका उसके सीखने पर नकारात्मक प्रभाव पड़ता है। तो दोस्तों, अभी तक के हमने जो टॉपिक्स पढ़े हैं, उन्हीं से रिलेटेड अब हमारे कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं जिन्हें हमें सॉल्व करना है। सो चलिए हम अपने फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन को देखते हैं। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग डज नॉट हेल्प इन creating an inclusive classroom? Our A option is adopting a multilingual approach, and option B is having some students as monitors in the class, and option C is peer group interaction and feedback system, and option D is giving team tasks. Our answer is option number B, having some students as monitors in the class. कक्षा में कुछ छात्रों को मॉनिटर के रूप में रखना समावेशी कक्षा बनाने में मदद नहीं करता, जबकि अन्य विकल्प समावेशी कक्षा के संदर्भ में सही है। सो आवर आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी। लेट्स मूव फॉर आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2। रीडिंग और राइटिंग P as V or 6 as 9 is a common error among children with option A is anomia, option B is dyslexia, and option C is stuttering, and option D is aphasia. Our answer is option number B, dyslexia. जब बच्चे P को B अथवा 6 को 9 पढ़ते या लिखते हैं, तब यह त्रुटि बच्चों में सामान्य तौर से डिसलेक्सिया से संबंधित होती है। डिसलेक्सिया एक सीखने की कठिनाई है जो मुख्य रूप से सटीक और धारा प्रवाह शब्द पढ़ने और वर्तनी में शामिल कौशल को प्रभावित करती है। अतः जो हमारा विकल्प बी है वही हमारा एग्जैक्ट आंसर होगा। तो चलिए हम अपने नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को देखते हैं। हमारा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, एरर एनालिसिस इज इम्पॉर्टेंट इन ऑर्डर टू लुक एट द गैप्स इन लर्निंग बिकॉज ऑप्शन ए इज errors indicate a lack in the understanding of the learners, and option B is errors show extent of concept development and motivation, and option C is most errors are caused by columns attitudes of the learners, and option D is errors are a window into the minds of the learners and their stage of learning. Our answer is option number D. Errors are a window into the minds of the learners and their stage of learning. Errors analysis को हिंदी में हम त्रुटि विश्लेषण कहते हैं। त्रुटि विश्लेषण सीखने में अंतराल को खोजने या पता लगाने के क्रम में महत्वपूर्ण है, क्योंकि त्रुटि विश्लेषण लर्नर्स के मस्तिष्क और उनके सीखने की अवस्था की एक खिड़की है। अतः जो हमारा ऑप्शन डी है वही हमारा करेक्ट आंसर होगा। एंड नाउ आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 4। इन ए स्पीच कम्युनिटी it is observed that S is pronounced differently by two different socio-economic groups of speaks. This difference is an example of option A is a socio-cultural variable, and option B is a socio-psychological variable, and option C is a socio-linguistic variable, and option D is a pragmatic variable. Our answer is option number C, a socio-linguistic variable. In a speech community, it is observed that S is pronounced differently by two different socio-economic groups of speakers. This difference is an example of a socio-linguistic variable. So our answer is option number C. Let's move for our next question, question number 5. You as a teacher appreciate a child for her overall language use. So some of the words are misspelled by her. You are her using this approach in your class. Option E is structural, and option B is whole language, and option C is communicative, and option D is constructivist. Our answer is option number B, whole language. You as a teacher appreciate a child for her overall language use, though some of the words are misspelled by her. You are here using whole language approach in your class. Let's move for our next question. Question number 6. Dash dash is a type of learning in which a child has to use higher order mental processes such as intelligence or reasoning. Option A is structured learning, and option B is verbal learning, and option C is concept learning, and option D is motor skills learning. Our answer is option number C, concept learning. It is a type of learning in which a child has to use higher order mental processes such as intelligence or reasoning. Concept learning is the process of acquiring knowledge and understanding of abstract ideas, principles, and relationships. And now, our next question is question number 7. Linguistic competence enables learners to dash dash. Option A is use more and more English, and option B is differentiate grammatically incorrect sentences correct and option C is speak fluently even if not grammatically correct, and option D is know how and when to use the language appropriately. Our answer is option number B and D. Both are correct. Okay. Linguistics competence enables learners to differentiate grammatically correct and incorrect sentences and know how and when to use the language appropriately. Linguistic competence is essential for effective language use, communication, and academic and professional success. So, according to the answer key, E indicated that option B and D both are correct. So, let's move for our next question, question number 8. Today, Raju is very happy as he is going to school. He is the first from his family to come to school. None in his family, not even his parents, has ever been enrolled in any school. Raju is thus a dash dash learner. Option A is minority, and option B is first generation, and option C is second generation, and option D is marginalized. Our answer is option number B. Today Raju is very happy as he is going to school. He is the first from his family to come to school. None in his family, not even his parents, had ever been enrolled in any school. Raju is thus a first generation learner. By understanding and addressing the needs of first generation learners, we can promote greater educational equality and empowerment. And now, our next question is question number 9. At the beginning of the lesson, a teacher divided the class into groups and asked them to talk about an interesting newspaper article that they had just read. This type of speaking actively is for enhancing. Option E is oral fluency practice, and option D is controlled oral practice, and option C is guided oral practice, and option D is active listening. Our answer is option number A, oral fluency practice. According to all questions, at the beginning of the lesson, a teacher divided the class into groups and asked them to talk about an interesting newspaper article that they had just read. This type of speaking actively is for enhancing oral fluency practice. और सारे जो ऑप्शंस इसमें दिए हैं वो सारे डिफरेंट हमें आंसर देते हैं। तो हमारा जो एग्जैक्ट आंसर होगा वो होगा ऑप्शन नंबर ए। चलिए हम अपने नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को देखते हैं। टू क्रिएट एन inclusive, welcoming and joyful environment that supports every child's participation in achieving the competencies outlined in the national curriculum framework can be best done by option A is conducting indoor activities and avoiding them from outdoor activities in scorching heat, and option B is majorly focusing on the learner's good health and well-being. And option C is displaying children's work from different domains of development. Option D is decorating the classroom for a colorful environment. Our answer is option number C, displaying children's work from different domains of development. According to our question, to create an inclusive, welcoming, and joyful environment that supports every child's participation in achieving the competencies outlined in the National Curriculum Framework can be best done by displaying children's work from different domains of development. एंड अदर जो ऑप्शंस दिए हैं वो हमें डिफरेंट मीनिंग देते हैं, तो हमारा जो ऑप्शन नंबर सी होगा वही हमारा एग्जैक्ट आंसर है. लेट्स मूव फॉर आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. ए क्लासरूम बेस्ड ऑन डैश provides an opportunity to understand better and create knowledge on the basis of their previous knowledge. Option A is direct method and option B is audiolingual method and option C is constructivism and option D is grammar translation method. Our answer is option number C, constructivism. E-classroom based on constructivism provides an opportunity to understand better and create knowledge on the basis of their previous knowledge. Constructivism is the theory that sees learners construct knowledge rather than just passively take in information. Hence, option C will be our correct answer. Let's move for our next question, question number 12. Read the following statements and choose the correct option. Assertion A. Learners acquire language since they are genetically predisposed to do so and the environment does not play any role in it. Reason R. The learner controlled classroom environment has a great impact on language acquisition. Option A is true but R is false and option B is A is false but R is true and option C is both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A and option D is both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. Our answer is option number B. A is false but R is true. The correct statements of assertion A. Learners acquire language since they are genetically predisposed to do so and the environment also play a significant role in it, as language development is a product of both heredity and environment. Let's move for our next question, question number 13. Read the following statements and choose the correct option. Assertion A. All children who enter school are competent language users according to their age. And reason are, due to language and cultural diversity, they are unable to demonstrate their abilities. Option A is true but R is false. And option B is A is false but R is true. And option C is both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. And option D is both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. Our answer is option number A. A is true but R is false. All children who enter school are competent language users according to their age. This statement is correct, whereas the statement that due to language and cultural diversity they are unable to demonstrate their abilities is incorrect. So the correct option is A. A is true but R is false. Other options are not correct. Question is question number 14. Dash dash is a neurological disorder that leads to imprecise speech. Option A is dysphasia and option B is dyspraxia, and option C is dysarthria, and option D is dystopia. Our answer is option number dysarthria. It is a neurological disorder that leads to imprecise speech. It occurs when the muscles we use for speech are weak or we have difficulty controlling them. Hence, option C will be our correct answer. Let's move for our next question, question number 15. Dyslexia is a language disorder related to option A is reading, option B is writing, and option C is listening, and option D is spelling. Our answer is option A, reading. Dyslexia is a language disorder related to reading, a learning disorder characterized by difficulty reading. Dyslexia occurs in children with normal vision and intelligence. Hence, our A option will be our correct answer. Let's move for our next question, question number 16. Creating a reading corner in the classroom helps dash dash. Option E is the children but burdens the teacher to maintain a register and keep record of their work, and option B is to share the responsibility of the librarians as the books are issued by the teacher, and option C is children to learn and revise their syllabus thoroughly, and option D is to provide opportunities to children to select books independently as per their interest. Our answer is option number D, to provide opportunities to children to select books independently as per their interest. Creating a reading corner in the classroom helps to provide opportunities children to select books independently as per their interest. And now our next question is question number 17. Remedial teaching as part of formative assessment means option A is diagnosing and addressing gaps in learning, and option B is teaching beyond the textbooks, and option C is extra coaching by parents, and option D is teaching for gifted students. Our answer is option number E, diagnosing and addressing gaps in learning. Remedial teaching as part of formative assessment means diagnosing and addressing gaps in learning. Hence, option A will be our correct answer. Let's move for our next question, question number 18. The oral errors of the students can be best corrected if the teacher, option A is ignores the errors as it may hamper their learning, and option B is ask other students to help him as peer tutoring is must in schools, and option C is corrects an errors directly after the student has made the error, and option D is points out the error in general and lets the student try to correct himself first. Our answer is option number D, points out the errors in general and lets the students try to correct himself first. छात्रों की मौखिक गलतियों को पॉइंट आउट करके तथा छात्रों को अपनी गलती सुधार कर स्वाभाविक अवसर प्रदान करना मौखिक गलतियों को सुधारने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका माना जाता है. लेट्स मूव फॉर आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 19. A student of class 4th is having some problem in writing. She may have option A is dysphasia, and option B is dyscalculia, and option C is dyslexia, and option D is dysgraphia. Our answer is option number D, dysgraphia. It is a neurological disorder of written expression that impairs writing ability and fine motor skills. डायस्ग्राफिया से प्रभावित बच्चों में लेखन प्रक्रिया संबंधी कठिनाई पाई जाती है. Let's move for our next question, question number 20. Why do regional languages create challenges in language teaching in India? Option A is India is a monolingual country, And option B is students prefer only English. And option C is regional language influence students' learning. And option D is teachers avoid using regional language. Our answer is option number C. Regional language influence students and create challenge in teaching a common language. And now our next question is question number 21. What is a major challenge in developing linguistic skills among students? Option A is availability of textbooks, and option B is linguistic diversity and regional language influence, and option C is use of technology, and option D is simple curriculum. Our answer is option number B. Linguistic diversity and influence of mother tongue affect the development of language skills. And now our next question is question number 22. Teaching becomes difficult for a teacher when option A is students are intelligent, and option B is class size is small, and option C is teacher is posted in an unfamiliar language area, and option D is curriculum is well designed. Our answer is option number C. Teacher is posted in an unfamiliar language area. Teaching in an area where the teacher does not know the local language becomes a major challenge. And now our next question is question number 23. Lack of interest towards language in students result in option A is faster language learning, and option B is effective communication, and option C is more motivation, and option D is difficulty in language teaching. Our answer is option number D, difficulty in language teaching. When students lack interest and aptitude, language teaching becomes more challenging. And now our next question is question number 24. Overcrowded classrooms mainly affect option A is school infrastructure, and option B is teachers' effectiveness in teaching language, and option C is student attendance, and option D is curriculum planning. Our answer is option number B, teachers' effectiveness in teaching language. Overcrowded classes reduce individual attention and effective language teaching. And now our next question is question number 25. Lack of study material in a diverse classroom leads to option A is better creativity, and option B is no impact on teaching, and option C is difficulty in language teaching, and option D is faster syllabus competition. Our answer is option number C, difficulty in language teaching. Inadequate study material creates problem in teaching language effectively. And now our next question is question number 26. Dyslexia is related to difficulty in option A is writing, option B is mathematics, and option C is reading, and option D is motor skills. Our answer is option number C, reading. Dyslexia is a learning disorder associated with reading difficulties. And now our next question is question number 27. Poor handwriting and spelling problems are symptoms of option A is dyslexia, option B is dyscalculia, and option C is dyspraxia, and option D is dysgraphia. Our answer is option number D, dysgraphia. Dysgraphia affects writing skills, spelling, handwriting, and organization of ideas. And now our next question is question number 28. Difficulty in problem solving and recalling number sequences indicates option A is dyslexia, option B is dyscalculia, and option C is aphasia, and option D is dysmorphia. Our answer is option number B, dyscalculia. It is a learning disorder related to mathematics and number concepts. And now our next question is question number 29. Which disorder mainly affects motor coordination and daily physical tasks. Option A is aphasia. Option B is dysgraphia. Option C is dyspraxia. And option D is dyslexia. Our answer is option number C, dyspraxia. It affects motor skills like coordination, movement, and physical activities. And now, our next and last question is: aphasia is best described as a disorder of option A is body image, option B is motor coordination, option C is language production and comprehension, and option D is mathematical ability. Our answer is option number C, language production and comprehension. Aphasia impairs speaking, understanding, reading, and writing abilities. That was all about this class. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video.